once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. Inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas A&M's offense will have first crack at this one. A&M able to pull out a close one the last time they saw the Longhorns.
That was a crazy game, and we were all there. You remember that? The energy in the stadium, Bevo drooling on the sidelines. They were bragging for a long time since then, Dave.
And so much bad blood, different conferences, leaving each other, not playing. The feud just continues to grow.
Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Texas's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. He's only got a few games left to make that final impression on Heisman voters, but based on the season he's had so far, he's certainly run his way well into contention, David.
It's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable to be a running back to impact the game this much. Consistently, week in, week out, take the physical pounding and still be elite. Finishing this season will go a long way to deciding whether he wins the Heisman, but so far, Palmer, I've been impressed.
Man, the durability is just something to behold. And when you think back to former Heisman winners at the position, especially at Alabama, guys like Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry, that's what those guys had as well. They seemed to get better as games went on, but they also got better as the season went on, and that's what this guy's doing now.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. It's complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Looking downfield, it's Bryant. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the grab on the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the...
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Leaves it with the running back. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! On to attempt the try. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down.
Turning it on! And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Going right to work up top. Pulls it in. It's Washington. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off play action. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
16, Texas A&M, 7.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCutcheon. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Run in the red zone, it's Allen. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a first and goal? Motion from the back. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I'm not surprised they went to him again. He's already had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's had some success and been physical. But how about the defense? Ready for him? I guess they've learned their lesson, right? They've already given up 2. They weren't giving up a 3rd.
He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
Dude, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time, they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. They believe they can run right here. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now on third down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage. And they're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Find some fresh air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. That's caught. It's Allen. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Longhorns will have it first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Catch in the middle, it's McCutcheon. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker, it's Lockett. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
That's caught. It's McCutcheon. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Lockett. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Caught behind the line. It's Allen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a drive there of 82 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Bryant. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Aggie. Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, the Lone Star Showdown is among the most bitter rivalries in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Gets the back moving. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Nice move to keep running. Finds its way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Looking for a huge play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. A fair catch taken just inside the... Here comes the Texas offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Catch in the middle, it's Lockett. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength.
Breaks into the open. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the stakes. And the Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop it. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running the red zone, it's Allen. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Bryant. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turns it on in midfield. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Winston. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed behind the line, it's Simon. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. On the set. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. 42. They'll use the running game on first and goal. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Horns are up, and the eyes of Texas are focused on building the lead against the Aggies.
And the Horns are capturing this momentum. Listen, a lot of angst, a lot of nervousness early in the game, Palmer, but now Texas in this rivalry game taking over.
Yeah, you're right. Hook them right now. They're just enforcing their will in this game. They're the more physical team at this point. Texas A&M, they've got an uphill battle.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's inside the 15. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off?
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas A&M.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Jenkins. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking them and getting the victory over the Aggies. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation.